As a chiropractor for nearly 40 years, I've been around a lot of people hurting themselves. That's why I have this approach in my training. I'm not interested if you can just train for a week. This is a lifetime thing. Did you know that after age 40, if you do not strength train, you will lose 10% of your muscle mass per decade? And we know we don't get lighter, so what's happening? You're getting fatter because your metabolism's slowing down. And you're going to lose capacity. Okay? You want capacity versus demands in your life. That's how you want to do it. Strength training will give you a greater capacity. Bar any other form of training that you do. I do Tai Chi every day. I walk 4 days a week. I do a heart rate variability workout. But strength training has been foundational for me for very, very long. And we're talking about the leg press. So here we go. Best way to set it up. I've been over to different gyms around the country, around the world, and locally, and I see more stuff that drives me nuts. I'll come to a leg press, and here it is. People set it up like that. And I can't even do it. It's just so contra to what I do. So they're in this leg press. They gotta like get in there and do this. Oh. And here's their starting point, okay? But you notice the weight stack is separated. You see that? The weight stack is separated. So they're thinking this illusion of hip flexion. They can't even flex their hips as far. This is a real setup. I've seen it. It drives me nuts. And I've said stuff to people. They don't want to hear it. Fine, kill yourself. So here it is. The way we want to set this thing up. Now, I only have 50 pounds on here because otherwise I'd be hurting myself. So, look at that. Crazy. So, here's what you want to do. I have a 32-inch inseam. Your hip flexion is determined by the position of the seat relative to the foot plate in a fore-aft position, but also how recumbent is the backrest. I like leg presses where the foot plate moves, not the seat slides. They're just better. This is a Cybex VR3 Prestige, one of the greatest leg presses you can get. I would look for Cybex equipment. Life isn't bad. So look at the difference in here. And you have to duplicate your foot position on the seat, on the plate each time. It takes a little focus. Duplicate. So you see where I am. I'm almost at 90 degrees, and this is good for me. I have a 32-inch inseam. I know where my seat position, I duplicate it every time. Now one of the key things to notice is that the weight stack is touching. The weight stack is touching when I'm in position to initiate the leg press, okay? This way I can duplicate the rep every time. There's no stopping short, there's no messing around. I know I have to touch the weight stack every time. That also gives me a buffer, a safety zone, if you will. If something happens, let's say you get a cramp, who knows? If you're using a significant load and you had that other situation with the weight stack separated, that weight could come crashing down on you. You're going to exceed your range of motion. You're going to get hurt. But here I know I'm never going to exceed my range of motion because my starting point is with the weight stack touching. I extend my thighs, contract my glutes, go out to just shy of bending my knees, and return, and I touch the weight stack again. I'm a flying Melinda with a net, okay? I don't want to be a flying Melinda without a net, but I see it all the time in the gym, and people get hurt, and sometimes they never go back. Had a patient doing headstand shoulder presses, pounding his head into the ground every time as he fatigued. Well, anterior cervical fusion, okay? Let's not be stupid. All right, let's get smart. You don't need to do a million cleans. Let's get smart, let's do it right. Controlled speed of motion. So, I'm set up every time the same way. I don't need to go any deeper. Don't grip the handles, use your hands as hooks. When you grip, you spike your blood pressure. Then it's just a nice initiation of motion, 2 to 3 seconds out. I typically emphasize slowing down on the return. So I'm going to barely touch the stack, so there I am. Head back, relaxed. Freely breathe. Just breathe. Barely touch, barely start. You want to set it up so that you touch the weight stack every time. That way you duplicate the reps, you keep a safety net, and you're set. Have a great day.